Hello friends, I almost got to the end of the month without doing this, but here is June empties. I've just filmed a video before this and I didn't realise how dark it was. So it is what it is, and it was so stupid because it was a try on as well. So it was a video where you really want to see what's happening, and it's just so overcast. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. It's very warm outside, but it's muggy. You know, that just like, it's so dark and just, so I've put on all the lights now. So this will be a brighter video, and apologies if you saw the last one. So I haven't finished up a ton of things, but I have finished up a few things that I was interested to tell you about as and when. And now the time has come. Let's get this out of the way. I've used up another Aussie Mega. This is my favourite, and it's Milo's favourite. This is our shampoo, which is why I buy the big one. I just love it so much because it makes my hair feel clean. I have very fine hair. It's weighed down really quickly, and I would recommend it if you don't have, like, if you just want kind of like a clarifying shampoo that's not too expensive, it smells nice, and you don't have any like particular needs. Like, my hair isn't really dry. It's obviously damaged because it has bleach on it, but it's not like so damaged that it needs, you know, it hasn't got any special requirements. If you've kind of got natural hair or hair that isn't particularly dry or doesn't need any like special things, I really, really like this. If you do have one of those things, maybe this would be like a once a month or a once a week, sorry, clarifier. But I use this like every other day, whenever it is I wash my hair. It's the cleanness. My hair feels so oily and greasy, especially at this time of year, and I just want it to feel clean. Right, this. When I got this, lots of people asked me, tell me what you think of it when you've used it. It is the Inky List Bioactive Ceramide Repairing and Plumping Moisturiser. This was sent to me in PR, and I really, really liked it. I will purchase this. I think it's pretty high up on my list. I don't love a load of moisturisers, but I do tend to like the ones that feel kind of like that gel water, you know, like the lightweight absorbs really quickly, not the super, super heavy ones. Super heavy ones maybe in the like depths of winter, but especially right now, I want something lighter. This is lighter, but it's also, because it's got the ceramides, it's also very, very repairing. And if like me, you use a lot of actives and you tend to kind of play around with your skincare a little bit, like at the moment I've got a little bit of periocular dermatitis. Like, I don't know what's happening here, but I don't know. It's just a little bit of something, rashiness, whatever. That is really helped by ceramides. If you've got any kind of redness, sore skin, this is going to help. So I think this is, I mean, it's more expensive than the average moisturiser from Inky List, but this is pretty high up on my list. I would repurchase it. I do think it's a really nice product, and it lasted me a fair amount of time as well. Also worked really nicely underneath makeup. This Beauty Pie Uber Youth Re-Elastic Face and Neck Serum. I specifically purchased the Beauty Pie subscription and did a little Beauty Pie haul at the beginning of the year because I wanted to try this. I wanted to try this. Initially, I wanted to try the spray. I may still at some point, but I thought I'll get this because it feels like the better deal. I just didn't see the difference. The reviews were so amazing, like, wow, oh my god, it's so amazing, it's plumping out my fine lines, it's doing this, it's doing that. I don't know if my lines are not deep enough yet. I'm very aware of, like, I've got some lines on my neck, you know, like the tech neck lines you get from like constantly being like this. I've also got like lines here from I sleep on my side. It's kind of getting to that point where I feel like I need to start. I've always brought my skincare from my face down onto my neck and my chest, backs of my hands, for a very long time. So maybe I'm just not seeing the benefit in the way that maybe people are when they haven't been using anything and suddenly they're using this. I don't know. But for me, it just didn't blow me away in the way that I wanted it to. This was truly the thing that drew me to Beauty Pie, and then I ended up discovering things that I really liked. But unfortunately, this was not one of them. It was fine, but it wasn't special. I think it's massively overhyped. Another body care product that I've used again is the Ameliorate Transforming Body Lotion. It's an oldie but a goodie. I've talked to death about this over the years. I am currently trying one from the Inky List. I know I talked about the AHA stick. That is really, really nice for, I don't have it to hand, it's in the bedroom, but it's kind of like an old school deodorant stick looking thing. And I put it on the backs of my arms, like here, on the backs of my legs. It's just handy to use it that way. But it's really not as effective as the Ameliorate in terms of getting that super smooth skin. This is, especially like here, I can't explain it. It's not bumpy. To me, it kind of feels like, you know, those adverts. I don't know, because I don't really watch, we don't see adverts anymore, do we? But you know those old school adverts where it used to show you a zoomed in picture of skin, and it was like, it made it look really jaggedy, the skin. And then use this special product and it all fills in and smooths out. To me, that's what it feels like. It feels rough. It's not rough, but it's like if I push down and feel, it feels like not smooth. And that is very, very difficult to articulate, because it's not like actual bumps, and it's not rough like hard skin on your feet would be rough, but it's just not smooth. And this is really the only thing that I found that totally gets rid of that if I'm using it on a regular basis. So I will try the Inky. I'm trying the body lotion from Inky now. Jury's out. I'll let you know. But I've gone through another one of the Ameliorate because I can't be without it. And I will buy another one. A little while ago, I was sent, I've got two things from Lancome actually. I was sent this. And one of those times where I opened the box and I'm like, why did they send this to me? It was like a fancy box. It was expensive skincare. And I'm like, oh, it's a bit of an imposter syndrome situation. I've always said I don't want to feel too, and this will divide people, but I don't want to feel too grateful for PR things, because I think once you get into the habit of, or once you fall into the trap of feeling grateful, and just hear me out, then that skews your opinion. That if someone gives you something as a gift and you're like, oh, I feel really grateful for this person giving me this gift, that colours your perception of the gift. You know, like if I gave you a present, it might be something that you would never buy for yourself, but you might look at it with rose-tinted glasses because you appreciated that I'd taken the time to think about buying that for you. It might like have a bit of a connection with why I'd given it to you, you know? It clouds the situation. I think when you receive PR, you should try and stay as, what's the word? I want to say generic, and that's not the word. This must be perimenopause. Unbiased, objective is what I mean. You should try and stay as objective as possible, and not allow yourself to feel too, oh, I can't believe I received this from this brand. Good example being I received some things from Merit recently, and I totally was like, and Space NK. There are certain brands that you receive something and you're like, oh, like what did I do to get on this list? It's really hard to separate that from, but you have to be looking at these products as if you bought them and reviewing them for people as if they're spending their actual cash on them, because people are not receiving these products for free. So, with that said, I received this box from Lancome months ago, maybe 6 months plus, before Christmas. And I was like, oh, this is a really fancy thing. This is really expensive skincare. And I was a little bit excited about it at first. I started using it and was like, I'm a fancy adult woman using these special serums that are like, you pump it and it's these 3 different things. And oh, like I'm a grown up. It's not that special. And I didn't find it to be life-changing. I have tried many serums at many different price points, and the Re-Energy Triple Serum, Hyaluronic, Niacinamide, and Ferulic Acid is really fancy to look at, and it is a really cool packaging concept, because if you look at it's dirty now, so ignore that, but if you look at the spout or the little nozzle, it's got 3 holes, so 3 different serums come out of this. It's got like 3 different compartments within this packaging, and then that gives you 3 different serums that come out of this. How cool is that? The packaging I can't say anything bad about the packaging. Very, very cool. I love that, but it's not exciting. Hyaluronic acid and niacinamide, not exciting ingredients. I already use those in my skincare, so they're not going to be life-changing because I already have those in my skincare. So when I was using this, I was just like, it's fine. It's a really nice experience using the product. It's a nice feel, but it's so, so expensive. And sometimes I feel like they make these things expensive because people are looking to spend money on something that will work. This works the same way. I listen to a lot of books about branding and marketing because of the candle business that I run with my friend. And there's a lot said about undervaluing something, like pricing something too low. If you price something too low, people will not trust it and they'll think it doesn't work, and so they won't buy it. So if Lancome released a serum that was £10, theoretically, no one would buy it, or a lot less people would buy it because they'd be like, well, that won't do anything because it's only £10. If they release one that's £80, more people will buy it because they'll be like, well, it's £80, so it must work. There's kind of like a marketing logic at play here. Apologies, my battery just totally went flat out of nowhere, not even like a warning. And I think that's the heat. I think there's something to do with the heat. Don't we all feel like our batteries are going flat quicker? So I don't know where I got up to, but it's basically a marketing logic strategy. If you make something more expensive, people believe it will work. And it's almost like people using it are like, it's working. You know, like the Empress New Clothes. Anyway, that's how I feel about this. It's a really, really nice product, but it's not special and definitely not worth the cost. Sorry, Lancome. Lancome also sent me this mascara. They sent me this mascara. Do you know what? Now I'm looking at it. This is really dinged up and I'm wondering whether or not somewhere along the line I didn't throw out the old one and I've been using the old one. Because I thought recently, like, oh, this is drying up. I need to buy another one. But now I'm wondering if maybe this is the old one. Either way, Lancome Lashidol. I have talked about this for more than a year at this point. They did send me this along with a few other things, let's say 18 months ago, and I tried it, immediately fell in love and thought, well, once I finished this, I'll just go back to using my Maybelline Lash Sensational. Of course, that's what I'll do. And then 9 months later, when this was still going strong, I was like, no, I'm definitely going to buy this another 100%. I had it in my car. I was going to purchase it. And they sent me like a suite of mascaras. I didn't even try any of there were like 7 mascaras. I didn't even try any of the others. I gave the other ones away to friends and family. And I just took this one out and was like, thank you, Lancome. I will be using this again. I'm coming to the end of this one and I absolutely will be repurchasing it with my own cash. I have not even considered another mascara in the time that I've had this. I have no issue with transfer. I have no kind of like flaking. It gives me a really natural but longer and fuller lash. It is better than the Maybelline, in my opinion. I used the Maybelline again recently because I'd forgotten my mascara. I think it was on the aeroplane. Ella was doing her makeup and I used that. And it's a lot clumpier. I really liked it when I was using it, but comparing it now to this is worth the money. It lasts a really long time for me. And I can justify that cost, the difference, because when I was using the Maybelline, I was using the Maybelline plus the Maybelline primer, and this is all in one product, better. So yes, 100%. That, you know, we ebb and we flow. This was a loser, Lancome, but this is a winner, and I don't think that I'll ever find something I like as much. Finally, this is obviously not used up, but I have been using these a lot recently, and I want to talk about them. The moisturising coconut oil foot socks from Boots. And I'm going to use these as soon as I finished this video. I actually went to have a pedicure at the new Townhouse nail place in Meadowhall. It's like all over the world, this Townhouse thing. I think it's an American company that's come to the UK. I don't know. I know that they just opened in LA. It was very fancy. But the Townhouse, really, really nice. It's a great like pedicure experience. Would recommend. It's expensive, but you don't have to go for a pedicure that often. Because I don't know about you, but I did this like, oh man, how long ago? I'm looking at my toes now and it looks like they were just done. I think I could probably go 8 weeks between pedicures because I kind of keep up my foot care myself, but just to have like a gel manicure and have somebody else do the whole thing. I had this luxury pedicure and it ended with like a hot foot mask. And it was basically these like moisturizing socks, but they were warm. And I don't know why I've never thought of doing this before, but what I'm going to do is before I open this, I'm just going to put it in a pan of water. I know I'm probably going to be releasing microplastics into the air, but I'll let you know how it goes. I'm going to put it in a pan of water just to get it warm, and then I'm going to put them on my feet because it was a revelation. It was amazing. So I really, really like these, but also I'm going to try and warm them up like they warmed them up in the place because that was fancy. Anyway, that's everything. That's all of my empties and some random chatter about beauty marketing. Hope you've enjoyed. If you haven't already, go and check out my last video, which was, I put on some random things on my face, which I realised I never did my makeup after that. So I've just got on some like random stuff, no mascara. And yeah, when I come to edit this, I might be like, you look terrible, but this is what I look like. So here we are. Hope you're all cool at this point. I hope it's cooled off a couple of days after I filmed this. I hope you're not boiling alive like I feel like I am right now. And if you've made it this long, if you're in the area, Karen and I will be at the Yorkshire Wildlife Park, the Hive area, which is free to enter. You don't need a Yorkshire Wildlife Park ticket to get in there. And we're going to be there on Sunday, the 30th of June with our little market, our candle stall. So yeah, if you are interested in the area, please come and check us out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!